So back again, live from the Grapes Wine Cellar in Munich, my stomping grounds. I'm Justine Leone, together with Guillaume d'Angerville from one of the most famous wineries on the planet, but definitely in Burgundy, in Volnay, the Marquis d'Angerville. Okay, so Guillaume, I think any Burgundy freak knows all about the famous climat of Volnay, right? And you have 6 of them.
Yeah.
And everyone loves the Type D and the Champagne and things like this. However, you have one that no one else has.
Yes, that's the Clos des Ducs, which is a monopole. It's I often refer to it as my backyard because it's, as you know, it starts just behind my house, my home in Volnay. It's a 2.15 hectares terroir. It's beautifully located with a slope to the east as well as to the south, and it's unique for that reason, and it's also surrounded by a wall, of course, which is the reason why it's called a clos, like closed. And it is a very peculiar climat, terroir in Volnay, very special because of that double slope, which makes it unique, because of the slopiness itself, very slopy, underground springs, which means that there is never any hydric stress. In the recent vintages where there's been droughts, we've always had higher yield in Clos des Ducs than any other producers of Volnay for that reason. And also, of course, the soil is white marls, so a high content of limestone, giving that wine an extra complexity compared to the other Premier Crus of Volnay that I produce. It's a very unique terroir, like I said. It's located on the northern hill of the village, but facing both east and south.
Is it a problem in a wet vintage because of the water table, or is it natural drainage and everything?
Yeah, there's huge natural drainage because the slope is so slopey.
Okay.
You know, so there's never any excess water on the surface. Like we have this expression in Burgundy, c'est la ressuie vite. It means it gets dry quick. You know, very, very large rain, big rain, and then the next day we can go, or the following day we can go with the tractor again, because the drainage is very good. Yeah.
I know as a winemaker it's always difficult to pick a favorite because it's like having children. You can't really pick a favorite child, or at least officially you cannot. but I mean, is this the crown jewel of your stable?
Yeah,
or
you know, every year I get the same feeling that there is a big step between the others and this Clos des Ducs. And to me, the big step, the expression of that big step is really the complexity of the wine, which is superior. Because it brings so many things together. It's like it's a summary. It takes everything that's great in the other wines and it mixes them in that beautiful wine. So every year, I have to say, I'm surprised positively by the way Clos des Ducs shows. But of course, I love Cailleray too. You know, I love Champagne. Fremier, we're drinking in our glass now, is a beautiful wine too. So. Like you say, it's difficult to pick one, but if I had to pick one, I would pick Clos des Ducs for sure.
Maybe it's better to say there is a Volnay for every mood and every situation.
That is definitely true. That is definitely true.
Okay. And what's the mood of Fremier?
The mood of Fremier it's a yin and yang wine. It's the beauty about Fremier is that it's very fruity on the attack, but the back of the mouth is always salty, saline, as if you taken an oyster and some seawater with it. It finishes salty. And I like this idea of this opposition between the attack, fruity, sugary almost, and the back, quite salty.
Oh yeah, it's like
You got it?
caramel popcorn and cheese popcorn together. It's a very Chicago thing.
Cheers.